So Amper, you got the edition I got. Welcome. We'd like to thank last month's Twitch payout. Good to see you. The Televixen. Holding the chat down as always. Kickers, YouTubers, welcome into. Amper, let me again. I know we're gonna play it. I know there's probably gonna be salt shared between the two of us, but let me officially welcome you to the Tekken Yard. You asked me, Amper, what was going on. Actually, there's my pills I'm supposed to take. I'll talk about that right quick here because I was gonna say that anyway. So I'm glad you're here. So, honestly, I'm grateful if you play Alyssa because I don't have somebody to fight against who plays Alyssa. So I would love to learn that matchup because that woman, that bitch, f's me up on. No, I made Brian into Freddy. I made a Freddy custom to go with my Victor Wolverine. I figured let's have some claw action tonight. So Amper, whoever is out there, who did not get, who I've only really told, so yeah, that's why I kind of, I'll DM her and let her know. But I kind of said something, but I figured I'd address it right here tonight at the top of the thing, and then we'll get into what we're gonna do for this week on Tekken. Y'all remember the great redeem a million sit-ups when people found out I had channel points? Remember I kind of mentioned that something was going on down there. That's why I'm not doing them right now. I had pain down there for a month since it started a couple days after we did it. I did all those sit-ups. What's up, Will? So also, Will, we got two new players in Tekken. So I thought it would go away on its own. Well, it didn't, and then Saturday night after we got off a stream, my kidneys were really hurting. So I decided to go check myself into the ER. Just because I didn't want it to get any worse. Come to find out, everything's fine down there. I just have a couple of hernias that are so small they didn't want to do surgery, but they gave me some antibiotics to help, to kind of help it go away a little bit. And then I'm supposed to go get checked up again in the next day or two, which I'm going to do. So I figured I was very worried. I was very worried it was something worse. I didn't feel a lump down there for the last month, so I wasn't sure it was that. I thought it might have been testicular torsion, that I had twisted it when all the sit-ups were happening. Because, like I said, it didn't start until then, so I think whatever the sit-ups did, my wonderful sit-up posture activated it. So I decided, so I just when the pain wasn't going away, and the pain wouldn't go away, and then when I had the kidney stuff, that's when I finally said it's time to go get checked. You know, I'll figure out. You know, so thankfully that's all it is. Because they did urine sample, they did blood test, and they did a CT scan, and so that's what it was. So thankfully, I was hoping it wasn't anything serious. There was a point yesterday where I thought I would be overnight. What's up, Zay? Shout outs to Zay, by the way, because that was, I did not expect you to chime in and check up on me yesterday, but I appreciate it, Uncle Zay. But thank you all who did check up on me, because I'm more cared about than I realized. I'm quite surprised given how I act sometimes. So, um, thank you, Amper. I'm thankful that it's nothing too terrible. I mean, hopefully the antibiotic they've been helping a little bit. So I appreciate everybody who chimed in and said nice things, and I heard from some unexpected people, and I heard from a lot of you who are wonderful friends of mine. Amper, Will. I've always been a bit of a cunt, friend. I was the D-bags. Oh man. So that's the update on my health. The update on the Tekken is this. I didn't even know you were here, Jay. Sorry. Good to see you. Shoutouts for Jay. Because, oh man. Also, thank you, Jay, for letting me know that Alien was in theaters, because I wouldn't have known otherwise, because they didn't announce it. Oh, this is great. By the way, Jay, officially welcome Amper and Samurai to the Tekken side of the yard. Night Graham with the resub. What do you want, Night Graham? What kind of drawing you want, sir? What kind of drawing do you want, my friend? We'll do that real quick. I don't have anything to wipe the... You don't care? Cool. Once I find something to wipe my shit down with, we'll get to it. Nope, I guess the side of my shorts is gonna have to do... no, hold on. Let me go get a paper towel real quick. Oh, all right. Let me... A white screen, he says. Cool. I can do that. I can do that. That'll be easy. Let's talk about what we're going to do on Tekken this week. And actually... Amper was the one who kind of inspired this. Alien is fantastic, Mr. Slow at the beginning. There you go. A white screen for you. Hold on. Hold on. I gotta get caught up on chat. I missed that. Hold on. What did Jay do? He fucking smeared Toledo. 39 months, sir. Thank you. So what we're gonna do on Tekken this week? We probably, but Jay does it to get a reaction though. So we love Jay. Jay got me this shirt, by the way. Yeah, you can unmute him. He's learned his lesson. Nah, unmute him. Because he got me this shirt, after all, for the greatest horror film ever made that I wore today. So, this week on Tekken, because I want to buff some stuff up in my gameplay before I... can I have my first tournament? He's back. Jay's back. Welcome back, Jay. So Anyway, the Tekken streams this week might be a little unexciting because I'm really gonna put the focus on lab work. So you're gonna see me do a lot of fundamental things, and I got to give Amper credit because me and Amper were talking one day, and he was telling me how he labbed Tekken or Mortal Kombat for 3 hours, and I was like, I remember I might have mentioned to you, Amper, that I need to really beef up. I really need to spend some time in the lab because I'm always I'm always streaming. I'm always, when I'm streaming, I'm doing this, and I do spend time in the lab. I mean, I wouldn't be improving as much as I have if I didn't, but I also really feel like there's times when, I don't spend enough time in the lab, so I really want to try to make this week a lab week. So if I play matches, it'll be against, people who are downloading the game currently or want to play. But I'm really going to put, these Tekken streams this week are going to be very, very, very lab focused. And then we'll hop back into rank next week. So I'm really just going to take the time to lab and learn, and hopefully we'll be a better player by the end of the week. But I love Victor. I'm really sticking with him. I've dabbled with some other characters here and there, but 90% of my time has been with Victor the last month. So yeah, we're gonna get to it. Like I said, there's just some good on you. Thank you, sir. So yeah, sorry if that's not everybody's cup of tea. The working on the lab work, but that's kind of something I want to do, and I figure if I get lucky, some Victor players can come in and help me lab some things that need to be labbed. So we're going to be doing that, as it were. That's true. So that can get punished. Trying to figure out like what I can do if they try to do something, Sorry, some stuff I'm working out here. Because one thing I want to do with Victor is try to force ducks, One thing I want to work on. may not be doing this right, though. Lord have mercy. All right. Okay. Great. $72 on the counter. That's insane. That's what I needed. He turned. He turned 18. Oh, wow. Zay, I thought you were older, my guy. Forgive me. I thought you were older. And this stuff later, because what I'm trying to do is something I would need, like, because what I'm trying, I don't think he's doing what I want him to do. You know, like I want him to try to attack after I press a button. Actually, no, what I want him to do is duck. Do that. Oh, somebody did something. What was that? What was that? King Lamour with the follow. Welcome, King Lamour. Good to see you. Thank you for being here. Welcome, welcome. Some shout outs for the king. Welcome. Welcome to a lab night, and I do apologize. King Glamour. Oh. I am so sorry, King. Forgive me for messing that up. I like the double entendre there. Doing well, King. How are you? Like I said, my Tekken streams are going to be boring this week. I'm working on some lab stuff. So I apologize if tonight is not super exciting, but I really want to. There's some things in my game that I'm trying to work on and make better. Some of it's going to be Victor stuff. Some of it's going to be fundamental stuff, like actually properly executing a Korean backdash. All right. So stuff like that, because I can't do that. Some of it's going to be just, you know, like movement stuff. Some of it's going to be, you know, pro teching. It's just stuff that I need to get down. So I hope so. I hope so. Kind of what I'm trying to do right now is learn what I could do off of ducks. Because I know a lot of Victor's pressure comes off of like forcing your opponent to duck. So I hope you learned something from this. I've never really done lab streams before. I've done mostly every time I do a lab stream, I always get somebody in the chat go, play matches, play. I'm like, no. Let's focus on let's try to do something different this week. Let's focus on the improvement instead of just going in there and losing and then like going on a losing streak and getting mad. You know. So just that's really why what one of my goals is this week. So thank you for being here. I hope you're enjoying Victor as much as I am. Some wata right here. Oh, Jay. As soon as I should have known, as soon as I said it, Jay was going to say something. Nightgram too. Of course. Of course you would. So this is the video I'm referencing right now. It was done by a tremendous streamer or content creator I know. I'm trying to work on some of the stuff that he's saying in there. Yeah, I just spilled some on your shirt, so great. This one's gonna have to be washed there. Do it again. Jesus, guys. There we go. Okay. We're gonna have to put a timeout on the water too, I guess. So that's kind of what I'm looking at here. Miss Zena, thank you for the raid. Sorry, Val has been a pain in the ass. King, Ibo is somebody that I subscribe to. I have notes upon notes. I watch his videos like I would read the Bible back in the day. So there's that. Jay, thank you for the redemption. Nightgram, thank you for spamming the water. But yeah, no, the dude's great. Great guide. Great guide. So all right, I'm gonna just y'all keep spamming that. I'm gonna put a timer on it. Oh man, let's go. Let me go edit. Let me go edit this shit here. Since y'all want to spam it. There you go. There you go. Yeah, that's the thing. There you go. That I fixed it. I need to do a better punish with that. Thank you for the redemption, Jay. Appreciate that. Zena, thank you for being here. Thank you for sharing your community. King, if you're still here, I don't know. Thank you for giving me the guide. What I'm doing right now is I have a little bit of trouble reacting to lows. So what I'm trying to do, why thank you. What I'm trying to do is just beef up my low defense. I'm probably gonna go through like low defense and then throw defense because my throw defense is still a little off. We're gonna spend a majority of the time on that. I'm just gonna do this for a little bit longer, and then I'm gonna go grab Dragonov and kind of do a drill that I saw one of the great Tekken content creators do. So, like I said, I apologize to anybody who is coming in here this week expecting me to go grind for the blue ranks now. I'm literally gonna like this. I really want to put a high priority on the lab this week. That's all. So I do apologize. I'm really trying to improve. I want to do things with this game, so I'm really trying to improve and get my game up, if you will. Like there will be 1 week. It's just pure working on movement because I got to start getting that down a little bit too. But tonight we're just gonna work on some fundamental stuff like defense, you know. So bear with me. I'll try to keep it entertaining. Yes, we saw the trailer for it today. What's the explosion? This? I'm gonna be asking some dumb questions, by the way. I've just been kind of going by what I've seen, what I've learned. Gotcha. Okay. We'll try that. That's not what we wanted. Not bad. That's not what I wanted. That messed up that part of it. Dang it. I'm trying to see something. Hang tight. My only problem with In a Violent Nature is that when you make the comparison to the greatest Western ever made, Unforgiven, you bring in a lot. Son of a bitch, that is more damage. That wasn't what I wanted. It's a lot easier. I'll say that. Oh, okay, I know the one. I'm thinking of the Viggo Mortensen Western. Let's try to do that after the... That wasn't it. $74. What rank are you, Mr. King, if you don't mind my asking? You got to be blue rank. You got to be blue rank. Welcome to the club. I just hit purple. I'm chasing blue myself, so maybe we can make each other better, man. Also, real quick, while I'm thinking about it. Because we're going to go do throw teching stuff here in a second. For a little bit. I'm going to put up my Tekken stuff. I want you to add me, brother. Oh, I'm like mighty. I'm whatever the first purple is. I got a ways to go before I catch you. Yeah, I saw that. We saw that trailer today. Oh, bro. Sisters and bros. Let me tell you. Let me tell you. Yeah, there's my info, man. Go ahead and add me. And yes, that is a Boba Fett skin. That is the skin I'm the most proud of, if I'm being honest. Let me know when you got it, King, and I'll go back to training. Nah, Fetty Alvarez does rule. Thank you. I'll show you that after you take down my info. I'll show you the two I'm the most proud of on him, because there's another one, and I'm a big DC guy. Specifically a Batman fan, so I'll show you the other Victor skin I'm proud of. Excellent. All right, let me go show you this. Then I'm gonna go take a bathroom break and hope that my meds aren't leaving my body. And then we'll just we'll continue on our lab journey. Like I said, this week's all about lab. I'm actually proud of the Zoro skin too, but this guy right here, this one. This guy right here. I think it's pretty obvious to see which Batman villain that is. So the Boba and this one are the two I'm the most proud of. Yeah, I also did I did a Deathstroke one, but I think there's a lot of Deathstrokes floating around. That's I kind of modded it a little bit, like to my liking. Not like used a mod, but like changed some stuff around. I'll show it off real quick here, but yeah. The blue color has always been what I associate with Deathstroke, so I went with the more the blue and the orange look instead of doing a lot of black on him, because I know a lot of people are doing black because of the Arkham games, but I went with more with the blue because I like the blue and the. Thanks, man. But yeah, I've been rotating. Oh, and the Flint from G.I. Joe, but you can see a full body of that. I usually go with basically these two, that one, and Mr. Freeze. The rest I just kind of like Green Hornet. I might use at one point. So, but yeah. So again, I'm gonna apologize a lot that this week's gonna be mostly a lab week, but I got some stuff I really need to ingrain in me when it comes to Tekken. I think I was thinking about it this week about how streaming, some lab sessions might actually help me get that stuff down and make me a better player. So we're gonna be on that most of this week for Tekken, and then next week we'll get back into rank, and I'm gonna be going for Battle Ruler. True, my man. True. So we'll do some throw stuff here for a little bit, and then if there's time, we might do a new drill I hadn't done yet. So that's kind of what we're at. But let me go use the restroom right quick here. I'll be RB, y'all. Just sit tight. Thank y'all for waiting. There's a lot of folks I know, by the way, and this is just for me. It's like they act like when they get to Tekken King, they're like, okay, time to play a new character. I'm like, no. I'm gonna be sticking with Victor for the long haul. We're gonna stay with the Wolverine. There's a skin I gave Dragunov, who's another famous Batman villain. There you go. Right there. This is where we practice our throws.
Ready for the next battle.
It's defense, select from move list. Hey, thank you. I played Mortal Kombat as well, so I did a Sub-Zero skin for him because it just fits, you know? I tried to base it off of the Jack Nicholson Joker because that's the Joker I've been wanting to throw hands with for a while. So the way this drill starts is you're just supposed. I'm looking. That's a one break, right? I'm just trying to get a visual reference in my mind of what they look like. This one's 2, I think. This one's 2. If they reach, if you're facing that side, they reach over. That's 1. It's kind of weird how it works. You know. This is a 2 break. So there you go. Not that. I'm sick of that trailer too. We actually had somebody today who was saying how sick of that trailer they are. So that's the 2 break. Yeah, right arm is 1, like left arm. Yeah, left arm is 1, right arm is 2, and both arms is 1, 2. So I'm Hudsonizer. How are we doing, young lady? Good to see you. Cheers. Thanks for being here. I hope you like lab streaming because that's what we're doing tonight. I know, W, right? Big time dub. I finally got it right. Finally. I thought Megan was great. I thought it was fantastic. So yeah, we're gonna be labbing a lot tonight and all this week on Tekken, and then we'll go back into ranked. So I'm gonna be the lab rat this week. Next week we'll get back to it. Oh, yes, and Monkey Man was incredible. One of, if not the best action movie since the Raid 2, in my opinion. That's something I'll defend with that's a hill I'll die on, by the way. That's an absolute hill that I die on. Set up this. This right. Let me set this up right here. Yeah, it was incredible, and I love what he had to say. Like I thought that whole scene. I'm gonna go add you right now, King. Get that out the way. Um. Yeah, no, Monkey Man was incredible. Probably still my favorite film of the year right now. I hope to join you in Battle Ruler sometime next week. Because the real grind's going to begin for me. This guy. This feller right here. It's for a first-time director to, like, I felt the same way when I saw the first Raid. Like, how does a first-time director like Dev Patel come out and make an action flick that good, you know? Like, I could see that. I could totally see that. Yeah, I mean he's laid the groundwork with that to make so many better, so like stuff that'll surpass Monkey Man. I didn't know you were on Letterboxd. I'll put my Letterboxd in the chat so you can add me, Hut. I want to hit at least Tekken King. Dude, I want to see how far I can take Victor, because I feel like I want to start. I really want to start competing again too. Like I played a tournament a couple of weeks ago. I finished 9th. I would have been top 8 if I could, ironically, block lows, but. I need to see challengers. Let's keep beating up the Joker. That's my Sub-Zero skin, by the way. I'll watch some bad movies. That's the thing. I love watching bad movies. Like I know Madam Web got a ton of hate. I adore that movie. Thanks, man. I think it's the only MK skin that I have right now, which is funny given how much I love MK. I play MK. It's not that I don't want to play. By the way, yeah, I need to get on watching some of these folks, man. Like these better victors. I wanted to go see Dune. I just don't think it's going to work out, to be honest. Did I do the controller setup? Yeah, I did. Okay. Apparently, it's not by. Unfortunately, my boy who wrote Have I heard a monster? Do a quick button check real quick. Okay, yeah. Not the Patty Jenkins one. Okay. That's crazy to me that she did monster. Practice settings. Let's go to record. Do that one more time. Is that all right? Got that. All right, there we go. I'm glad. Man, I'm very happy we're having like good movie talk in the chat right now. That makes me happy. All right, let's set this up right here. So I'm going to link in the chat the drill that I'm doing right now, just so y'all have a visual idea of what I'm doing. So basically, this is a throw drill. The throws are the bane of my existence. I get thrown a lot. So I'm trying to really like drill it in my brain to have the reaction to be like, oh, that's a one throw. That's a two throw. This is I'm gonna look for it. I'm gonna look for monster now that you mentioned it. Yeah, Mars Express looks great. Cannot wait for that. We saw the trailer today with Alien. I'm like, I'm so fucking in. Coming out May 3rd, good. I ain't seen it. Coming out this weekend, great. I'm not seeing Fall Guy. Y'all can look up why too. Oh, let me look up Mars. Oh, Mars Express came out last year. It's coming out this weekend. I'll be there. It won Best Animated Film at the Paris Film Critics Award. Hell yeah. He's tremendous at coaching. I'm going to be honest with you. At first, my initial thought was I thought Joaquin Phoenix gave one of the best performances I've ever seen, and I'm not going to take that away from him. I have an issue with glorifying the villains. You know? I have a big issue with that. There's a difference between something like, you know, there's a difference between, let's use Watchmen for an example. Also, King, this happens a lot. We end up going on random tangents in between doing stuff, and I figured why not, you know? It makes not so much the film, but the comic Watchmen. Like, Adrian Veidt is my favorite character, right? I love Adrian Veidt. Love Adrian Veidt. But I also recognize that Adrian Veidt, even though he's right, he does something really, really awful. Like, Adrian Veidt would be like, if I had to go by my top 5 super comic book characters, it's either him, Spider-Man, or Magneto. Magneto might be a better example, because I love Magneto. He's my favorite mutant. No, actually, no. He's a worse example because yeah, he's totally right in what he's doing. I hate to say it. Yeah, I can see if you grew up around the Nazis and they killed your family right in front of you, yeah, and you were a mutant. Yeah, you'd want to give humanity one back too. So, but my problem with the Joker movie and is one I've heard I don't like how much it glorifies what the Joker does. And that is the problem I have with it, as I just said. And I think it's easy to get it misconstrued when you're trying to present somebody who's misunderstood and try to get us to root for that as more of a character breakdown of why somebody is evil. You know, like Adrian Veidt, they go to great lengths to explain why it might be right, but it's evil. Like, but there's an understanding that, yeah, he's right, but it's also really, really evil that he did this. I never got that sense in Joker, you know? For King, I love Ledger's performance as the Joker. I think it's great. And I saw Oppenheimer 8 times in cinemas. All 7 of them in IMAX, and then one in 70 millimeter. I love Chris Nolan. I think he is the most important filmmaker of the last 20 years, and I'll argue that fact with anybody. Right? My favorite of the last 10's been Denis Villeneuve, but Nolan's a close second. But as far as importance, there's nobody who has affected the cinematic language more than Nolan has in the last 20 years. That's just a fact. Dark Knight doesn't hold up for me as well as it did when I first saw it. I think it has the exact same problem that Batman 89 has. The first hour is absolutely the perfect Batman movie. And then it just completely falls under its own weight, because once you really start thinking about the Joker's plans in that movie, like, it's like that has to work exactly to a T, right down to the absolute most minute thing for that to actually happen, right? So that's kind of my issue with the Dark Knight. And I know there's movie logic and all that, but it's like there's absolutely no leeway in what the Joker does in the Dark Knight. Like, it has to go exactly how he says, and it just kind of threw me off that, like, he claims he's an agent of chaos. But tremendous performance. Probably one of the best performances ever in a comic book movie, if not the best performance ever. But that part threw me out. And I know Dark Knight Rises catches crap, but god dang, I love how a director like Nolan, who's so dead set on, we have to do it this way, it has to be logical, it has to be perfect, for the third movie throws that all at the once. Like, nah, he can do all this because he's Batman. He's Bruce Wayne. His back's broken. Just punch it into place. He's Batman. It'll be fine. Dunkirk is amazing. Dunkirk is probably my second or third favorite Nolan. First actually is Oppenheimer. I think it's his masterpiece. I think it's the one. I think it's just, how do you make a 3-hour movie about men talking in rooms breeze by like that? Every time I watched it, like, we'd get to the big Trinity test, I'd be like, damn, okay. Yeah, he was very obsessed with it, but I think Dunkirk is Christopher Nolan making a horror movie, and I think it's masterful. Inception is still really good. Interstellar is really good. Prestige is amazing. That's probably my top 5 Nolan right there. Oppenheimer would be first, and then 2 through 5 would be something like Inception, Dunkirk, Prestige, and Interstellar. I don't know what order I would put them in. Then Batman Begins, because I think Batman Begins is the best of the Batman movies he did. Oh, he's tremendous. Thank you, Spielberg, for finding him, because he first showed up for me in Bridge of Spies, and I thought he ruled in Bridge of Spies. No, it's not. Like I said, I watched it 8 times in theaters, and every time it breezed by. Every single time it breezed by for me. It's just so masterful for how he engrosses you in that world. Very accurate too. I looked up a lot of it. Very accurate. It's just kind of funny how the stuff he's not too accurate on, he kind of just ignores, which is kind of funny. But there is one scene at the end that is historically inaccurate. But there's a reason I think he made it historically inaccurate, and I'll get into that when more people have seen it. Yes, absolutely the best Harry Styles performance in Dunkirk, but only Christopher Nolan. Like this run from Inception to now has just been like banger after banger after. Like The Dark Knight Rises isn't even a bad movie in my opinion. It's not great. It certainly would be like, if I was ranking the Nolan movies, it'd be like lower towards the bottom. But lower towards the bottom on a Christopher Nolan list is like, that's. Oh, Tenet's really good too. We can't forget Tenet. Tenet would probably be 6 before it begins. I really liked Tenet, and it played even better for me when it was in IMAX a couple of months ago. Dunkirk will be the only one I haven't seen on IMAX. I hope they do a re-release of that, because I would love to watch that. I was kind of surprised he didn't win Best Director and Picture for that. Because I saw Shape of Water, and I love Creature from the Black Lagoon. It's my favorite Universal horror movie. I love Little Mermaid. And that just didn't do it for me. I tried. I really tried. Nah, that was the 2 break. Shit. One. That was a 2 break. 2 breaks throw me off. There we go. Trying to see what arm he. That's a 2 break. There we go. 2 break. Fuck. I'm trying to train my brain to react to it. There we go. That's a 1. 1. All right, brain. We need to take a minute, okay? We need to take a minute, and it needs to be. What you need to do, slow down. I'm talking about brain right now, everybody. Is that the one? Yeah. I didn't like it. I did not like it. I'm sorry, Hut. I'm sorry. I wasn't a fan. I saw the original 2 or 3 times in theaters. I did. That extra star was for Dua Lipa. But I got a text to reply to. And I kind of, at first I was like, whatever about Argyle, and then I sat back, I was like, I kind of had fun. Because I kind of embraced the wackiness of it. You know? Hold on, I'm updating somebody about last night because they just texted me and I forgot to text them back. Oh, Shazam 2 is awful. Um, I stand by my 3 with Argyle. Would it probably be like a 2.5 now? Probably. But again, I embraced how wacky it was. There's a 1 break. I messed that up. That was a 2 break. Didn't fucking press the button in time. There we go. There we go. Okay, we're cooking. There we go. Ah, missed it. Shazam 1 might be the best movie the DCU produced. I say that as a huge DC fan, by the way. Like, I like DC. Mr. Goody Good Gaming, thank you for the lurk. I like DC. I've always liked DC better than Marvel. I just have. I love Batman. I love Superman, but I'm also. It's also not as big a gap as you'd think. I just prefer DC, I'd say, because the greatest hero, in my opinion, and we can have this debate too, is Spider-Man. And the reason I say it's Spider-Man is because I think the top 3 is Spider-Man, Superman, Batman, in that order. Batman is who we wish we could be. Is who we wish we could be. Superman's who we should try to be. Spider-Man's who we are. Because if you think about it, Spider-Man, the green, all the others that we mentioned, they're nemesises. They're villains like the Joker and Lex Luthor. They're like the main villain, right, of our hero. Spider-Man, the villains are an inconvenience in his way of living life. His biggest problem is he getting to work on time? Is he, is he going to get fired today? Is he going to, like, that's Spider-Man. That's why. And Spider-Man's always doubting himself. He's dealing with real world shit more than a Batman or a Superman is. Even an Iron Man or a Captain America, But, I stand by that. Spider-Man is the greatest hero. He's probably my favorite hero because of that. Even though I love Superman, I love the Green Lantern, and I love Batman. The first Amazing Spider-Man is so bleh because there was nothing in it that Sam Raimi didn't do better a decade ago at that time. Now we're 2 decades and a half removed from Sam Raimi just killing it with the first Spider-Man. And it just makes this Amazing Spider-Man look that much sillier. I don't know if they'll do a Spider-Man 4. I want them to. There we go. Because nobody knows what to do with the Hulk. That's just a fact. Like, you either have to make the Hulk like kind of goofy, but was it Mark David or Peter David? One of those, I can't remember what his name. It might have been Peter David. Peter David did a run in the early 2000s where he treated the Hulk like a horror villain. And I've yet to see that done, and I think that's a way you could really make the Hulk cool again. Like that would be my way of making the Hulk. Wonder Woman 1 Hut, by the way, would be top tier DC. I thought it was great. I just press 1, man. No, what I should do is do what a lot of people do online. They'll just, you know, I'm really trying to get to where it's just a reaction, you know. There, press the wrong button. She get thrown. Press it again. She get thrown. There you go. I fucking blanked. They are. It's wild watching some of these movies and be like, that would never get made today. There we go. Like I said, I do apologize if this is a little boring for everybody. I'm just trying to. I really want to spend this week working on some lab stuff. I should have pressed 2 sooner. I just kind of was like, oh. I'm okay with things being a bit more. I don't fucking. Um, I'm okay with it to a point. I don't feel like it needs to be that super sensitive. You know what I mean? But, you know, again, oh well. Anyway, of course they beat the Braves. This is a good movie talk. Hud, I'm glad to know you're very movie inclined. I do post a lot on Letterboxd. I've been trying to use it a lot more. I haven't updated my Spider-Man rankings yet, but I'll give you a preview, if you will. Spider-Man 1, I'd probably go 4 stars. I think the last hour kind of suffers a little bit. I still think it's amazing, though. Like, don't get it wrong, just because I have that criticism. I think Spider-Man 2 is a solid 5. I think Spider-Man 2 is the second best comic book movie ever made. Followed easily. I think it's just fantastic on every level. And then Alien's getting a 5 for me because Alien is the greatest horror film ever made. Oh, by far. I like Tom Holland as Spider-Man. I did not like Andrew Garfield as Spider-Man. I felt like he was too... Spider-Man's supposed to look like me. Spider-Man's supposed to look like the everyman. He's not supposed to look like a fucking... He could walk down a runway. You know what I mean? That's the thing. Peter Parker was never meant to be, you know, the hot guy. All right? He's supposed to look like me. He's supposed to look like, you know... other people, like every people, you know. So that's what I gotta say about that. There is no, yeah, there's nothing. Again, you look at the first Amazing Spider-Man 2 is worse than Amazing Spider-Man 1, by the way. Even though Jamie Foxx is doing his damnedest to save that movie. I'm trying to train my... This is going to take me a minute, too, because I'm trying to train my brain to not... To not just guess and to react instead of, you know... Like, 'cause I feel like that's what's getting me killed on these throw breaks. I'm like, you know... Like I said, a lot of people just... Tom Holland's are fine. The first two are good. No Way Home is great. No Way Home is the third best Spider-Man movie ever made by a country mile. And I don't think Spider-Man 3 is as bad as its reputation. Because you could tell they're trying. It's just, you could... It's weird because you could tell how hard they're trying, but you can also tell how much Sam Raimi does not like Venom. Which I completely get. And even Avi Arad came out later on and said they probably shouldn't have done Venom. I also feel like if they had let Sam Raimi do his Sinister Six movie, if it do it his way, and he did 3 and 4, 5, and then did the Sinister 6 and 6, and then he came back for a 7th and did Venom, I think you would have had a lot better. But it's probably good things ended the way they did, you know. Those first two are just they're legendary. They really are. Fuck. Just trying to... There you go. There you go. It's a great moment. I think Endgame is a great Marvel flick. It's one that and No Way Home are like the two Marvel flicks that I truly love. But I think with the way that the first two made money, and if Spider-Man... Here's what I'll say. I think they knew the first two were going to make money, and they did on these re-releases. If Spider-Man 3 makes money, they will call up Sam Raimi tomorrow and be like, where do you, how much do you want? And we're going to give you complete creative control. Like, I predict that will happen if Spider-Man 3 makes money. I really do. I want to shout y'all out, by the way, chat. I've never really thought about doing... I've been told to do a stream where I just lab, and I never have. And this is kind of like my first real crack at it. And I have to say, it's kind of nice. You know, it's kind of interesting to do it. You know what I mean? So cheers to y'all for hanging out and going through this with me. I didn't hit it in time. There we we go. There we go. Go. There we go. Oh no. I hit 2. I hit 2. I meant to hit 1. I hit 2. That actually wasn't trying to guess that time. I just really hit the wrong button. But really, thank you guys. I'm really trying to improve at Tekken. I love not just playing this as my favorite fighter, but it's the game that I'm having the most fun playing right now. Like over any other game. So that's why I'm really dedicated to my craft and improving and getting good, because I do want to start really competing again. I appreciate it, King. Thank you for following and thank you for being here. Wrong button again. I'm trying to do this just to really get it in my brain of like what button to press. So that's why I'm repeating this section of it a lot. Did enough there. Let's go. Let's mix it up. Instead of we're gonna do 1. We're gonna do 1 plus 2. We're gonna do 1, and we're gonna do the 1 plus 2 break. So I can get used to breaking the throw. Like if he throws out the 1 plus 2, because a lot of drags will throw out that 1 plus 2. So. I will once I feel like I have it down. That's the next part of this drill, actually, is doing all the breaks at the same time. I don't know. We might do it from player 2 side, because I need to bust up. I need to punch up my plane on player 2 side. But yeah, right now I'm doing 2 at a time to kind of get my brain to, like, you know, watch out for this one, watch out for that one. Then the next part will go into all 3. I think it's the next part. That's not it. There we go. I missed it. I got that. See, that's what's that. See, they look so similar. Oh no, that's the 1. Yeah, I'm going through Abo's I'm going through his stance video right now to watch that, because I need to start doing stance a little bit more too. So I'll be working on looking at that as well. Hit 1+2. That I hear. There we go. I'd be scared to see the player you would be if you did lab. Day. What is the throw-in? Hold on. There we go. That's part of why I'm doing stuff like this, you know, is because again, it's like, you know, I could sit here and play ranked, and I could get mad and sit there and act like, oh cool, or we could be useful tonight and just sit here and just lab fun and actually just, you know, have some good talks. Like we've had great talks about movies tonight. So this is part of the reason I wanted to really get in there and just and lab the fundamentals. This is out of all, I have not had this much fun playing a character in a fighting game in a while. Like what I'm going to tell you, King, is I used to be a huge, every Tekken I've played Jin Kazama. He's been since 3 because he's been my boy, right? Like he's who I stuck with. This is the first time in a Tekken where on release I have swayed from playing somebody else other than Jin. And I think it's actually been beneficial for me. Because Victor's just too cool a character. And when I saw Metal Gear Solid 3 is my favorite game of all time. When I saw the Metal Gear customs, when I saw the John Wick customs, when I saw the Dante customs, there was no way I was not going to play Victor, and I've just been having a lot more fun playing and learning Victor than I have Jin at this stage. I think Jin's cool. I'm not saying I won't go back and play Jin at some point, but I really just think there's just Victor just drips fucking cool. There's another character I'm looking at playing who's a little low on the pick list, and but I made a skin for him that not a lot of people would understand unless you're a big Japanese fan of stuff like me. So he's one I'm looking at, and there's another one that I'm looking at. Somebody was trying to teach them to me the other day. No, I'm not. Honestly, I'm not switching for a while. Victor is my guy. I'm sticking with Victor. I want to try to do some stuff with Victor. Like it would take. Like for me to switch over, I would have to pick up a character. I would have to pick up a character um, that like I was progressed really quick with to switch me off of Victor right now. I'm not saying I'm not gonna like, you know, just fart around and try other characters, but as far as like who am I sticking with, who am I gonna play through ranked, like I got goals I want to achieve with Victor, and I'm going to make damn sure that I get them done. So there's that. Dude, I want to play FS6 again. SF6 again. I really do, because I like SF6. I think it should have won Game of the Year last year, by the way. Kind of shocked it didn't. I know Baldur's Gate 3 is great, but I think for me, I just want to spend more time in Tekken. Like, I really do. I don't know what it is why it's Tekken that's really the one that's just continues to call me, and the one that I love playing, the one that I love streaming, the one it really is, and that takes up a lot of my Street Fighter time. And then Amper and others want to play Mortal Kombat. Dude, I'm the same, King. Like, it's if I'm not in the lab or playing ranked, I'm doing fucking paper dolls for boys, right? I'm having a blast with this game. That's that. You know? Like I said, I got things I want to do with it. I have some things I want to accomplish with this game before I move on. I will say this though, speaking of DLC characters that haven't been announced or are on the way, there's one that's rumored for MK1. And the Terminator franchise is one of, if not my favorite movie franchise. We got Terminator the last game. The T1000 is rumored to come. If the T1000 comes, it's over. I'm maining him. I'm on, like, all this time I'm putting in with Victor right now is the same amount of time I'm going to put in with the T1000. But I feel you, King. Like, I play Street Fighter 6. Like, I have fun. You know, I'm decent at it. I'm mid-plat right now with a couple characters. But it's like this, like, how can I put this? With Street Fighter, I feel like by the time I get to where I want to be, so many more are so far ahead. If that makes sense, and I'm just stuck in this limbo. And this, I feel like, when I make improvements, they feel like an accomplishment. They feel like getting purple. I never thought I would be a purple rank in Tekken, right? That means I'm pretty good. Yo, Sante, what's happening, my brother? Shout him out. You know, like, I feel pretty good about that. You know, I feel like, okay, I'm finally starting to get halfway decent. Let's start bumping up our fundamentals a little bit, you know? That's why we're going to be doing a lot of lab streaming this week. You know, just get some of these fun, like, throw breaks, get those ingrained, right? Movement, let's get movement down. Let's get, you know, how in our grain, like, how to punish the strings. Yo, Sante, your Tekken journey's fine, man. Also, some cats in the community just picked it up, so we got some even more strong players to train against. I look forward to that. Well, yeah. Like all the Tekken stuff this week. I'm gonna be uploading matches to YouTube, by the way. If you're not following me on YouTube, I'll shout that out right now. Is that it? No, it's YouTube. So I'm doing my Interstellar runs. We're almost done with. I'm gonna do an interview / review of my 1cc play. Dude, that's what I like to hear, my man. Who did you use? You used Reyna, right? So nice. Yeah, I've been looking at her, but like I was just saying to King, like I'm having way too much fun with Victor. Like there's characters I'm trying when I'm just like, okay, let me see how this character plays, you know. I might actually, if you're down, I'll give you a little bit of the Victor, and then I might play some other characters I'm looking at trying out. I do want to keep my Victor up to snuff. We're just kind of labbing for right now, you know. Like I'll play people if they want to play. So yeah, man, if you want to play, cool. I'll keep working on this stuff. Actually, before we do that, let me go do something. Like I'm actually like happy y'all stuck around for a lab stream. I'm shocked. Like I guess I shouldn't be because you know I think I did a good job building a community. But no, that's oh, you got to be kidding me.